vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is under pressure after this routine traffic stop last February turned violent. The driver, William McNeil Jr., filmed the incident on his phone before getting pulled from his car and charged with resisting arrest. He says he suffered a concussion, a chipped tooth, and needed 9 stitches. But the sheriff's office says the video doesn't tell the whole story and released body cam footage to defend their actions.
One piece of evidence considered in a vacuum without any context can lead to skewed conclusions.
Yes, sir.
Police say McNeil was initially pulled over for not having his headlights on in rainy conditions and for not wearing a seatbelt. When asked for his license and registration, he refused and locked the door.
Step out of the vehicle. No. Step out of the vehicle.
He was asked 7 times to exit the vehicle, but never did.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
That's when officers broke the window.
Yes, there absolutely was force used by the arresting officers, and yes, that force is ugly. And just because force is ugly does not mean it's unlawful or contrary to policy.
Rodney Harrison is the former commissioner for the Suffolk County Police Department in New York.
It was a very, very difficult and dangerous situation because the person was not complying. The concern that I do have is the punch to the face once the individual had his hands up and didn't seem to be any type of threat to the officer.
The officer involved is on administrative leave pending an internal investigation, but the state's attorney said no criminal charges would be filed. Nicole Valdez, CBS News.
Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rcha Kodash. That's who this world endly calls God and Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. This is Brother Anath Yah with a quick hit. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles across the 4 corners of the earth who rule well, teach well. And we're talking about those elders and apostles at the home of truth. And we know that home of truth lies at the home of great millstone, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar on down. I want to say shalom to the few Aqua if they're watching, believe in our testimonies. And shalom to the hopeful elect that's out here pushing this word in truth and sincerity in these last days. As you can see, you know, I have put this little clip up about Jake. You know, this Florida man from Jacksonville, 22-year-old Jake, who was pulled over by the adversary, and you know, it escalated quickly, man. You know, and just dwelling in the spirit on how, you know, brothers, you know, deal with the adversary, you know, in the spirit, how we have to go about conducting ourselves amongst the adversary, man, and how I seen, you know, 2/3 are, you know, 2/3 don't have the wisdom and knowledge to know how to react in those situations, you know. And I know I'm not saying I agree with you know, police brutality on Israelites, but I understand it. I'm gonna say that, you know, of course, if you know, Esau just doing whatever he wants to do, everything is spiritual, okay? You know, he's another victim of police brutality, and everybody are gonna have their opinions on it, man. But when you look at things spiritually and not carnally, he's in the wrong, you know. Due to lack of knowledge, man, that brother didn't know how to conduct himself in front of the adversary, you know. And he probably had, from what it looks like, he already opened the door with animosity, man, you know. And from what it looks like, he was kind of high-minded, you know, trying to basically win the argument before it even started, you know. And the Lord is not gonna send the adversary ways, man, and for his doing whatever he may have done to offend the Lord, you know, or whatever he have done wrong. Okay, the Lord sent that man after him, man. Sent the adversary after him, man. Okay, Jake didn't conduct himself in a manner that he should, man. You can't respond carnal to spiritual events. All right. It says, this is Proverbs 14:22. It says, do they not err that devise evil? But mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good. You know? And you know, the prophets, the ones that are in truth, we receive mercy, you know, because we're in the truth. We've came into the Lord has chosen us to reveal the knowledge to us, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. Okay? And we lightweight get a pass on certain things. Not a pass, but are given mercy, man. Meaning that the Lord will, you know, bypass certain things and have mercy upon us due to us being in truth and trying to serve him, man. Okay? But there isn't mercy to the wicked. You know? It isn't mercy to them. Why? Because that brother, that Jake, why I keep saying that, brother? That Jake obviously did not come into the knowledge and wisdom of the understanding of the scriptures, man. Okay? Because like I said, he would have conducted himself as so. But he didn't. Okay? And I'm going to also look at what that says in the NLT. Sometimes I like to see how they word it different, man, because sometimes they other people receive them better in the NLT, you know. But predominantly we deal with 1611 KJV, of course, you know. But it says, if you plan to do evil, you will be lost. If you plan to do good, you will receive unfailing love and faithfulness. Okay, see, you plan to do evil, you will be lost. That Jake was lost, man. That Jake was lost. He didn't use not one. He didn't have not one breath of wisdom, inch, atom, particle, blood vessel of wisdom in him in that moment, man. Okay, Jake was lost, and this is why Yahweh Shem outside said he had come to save and seek which is lost, man. Because these are the ones that will end up in these type of situations, man. You know, they can be put in a harsh situation by the hand of our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. But it says if you plan to do good, you will receive unfailing love and faithfulness. So the prophets, we plan to do good, you know, and the Lord shows us He loves us by chastening us, yeah, you know, and it be little things, it could be little things, it could be big things, but the Lord will never forsake us, man. You know, we don't believe the Lord will put us in those type of situations because why? We're striving for righteousness. We're standing up against the evildoers, man. We're standing up against the adversary, man. Okay. But like I said, this Jake didn't do that, man. He didn't have the spirit, and he was lost, man. And look, he paid for what he did. Now, months later, he's trying to sue. It's being made viral, you know. Because I didn't even see it. This happened back in February. I didn't see this video. You know? I'm just now seeing it. But I thought I should, you know, come and make a quick video off of it based off the, you know, the thoughts that the Lord put in my head. You know? And yeah, man, you're gonna see more and more of this though. You're gonna see more and more of Jakes and Zions, even little Jake children, even little Zion babies and Jake babies being put in positions where the adversary is going to be trodden down on them, man, beating them and doing all types of things. You're going to see Jakes and Zions getting deleted, you know, whole head blown off, you know, being put down, man. This is where we're at. The Lord is judging our people, and it's increasing more. Okay, why? Because we are supposed to be examples, as I read in Deuteronomy 4. The nations should look at us and be like, what great nation is this wise and understanding people? But look at us. We're not wise and understanding. Okay? We're not. We're out here lost, man. We're out here lost. Our people out here lost, not knowing who the adversary is, why we're in the position we are in, what to do to get out of it, you know, what to do to avoid the adversary, you know. But the scriptures tell you that Matter of fact, I'm going to read you a scripture. That's when I had searched it up earlier. 2nd Ezra 7 and I think it was 21. It says, no, I'm going to start at verse 20. Verse 2nd Ezra 7 and 20. It says, for there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that is set before them. And Jake didn't perish, but he could have very well did. And that's understanding that the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he had, see, look, he did have mercy on him because he could have deleted him. He could have deleted him. Okay? But it's going to come a time where the Lord is not going to show no mercy to the wicked. All right? It says, verse 21, for Yahweh has given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should do, Salakia. For Yahweh have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not and knew not his ways. Okay? And see, and hey, if you got a spirit like that, you're going to end up with a sword destruction, and the only thing that you can be prepared for in the end is an ICBM missile, man, that'll come down from World War III. Okay? That's it. But this is Anathema. Hopefully that was edifying. Until next time, Shalom. Shalom.